What's up, YouTube? So this one is going to be about Al Green. And did he solidify his legacy in the 70s where if he never made another R&B record again, he was certified as one of the greatest? What do I say? Yeah. Yeah. Um Before he went gospel and he dabbled and went back and forth, when you get it right, you never have to question it again. You never have to ever question um it again, in the sense that if you hit the right songs, you hit the right material, the right vocals, the this or that, how are we going to even question your place in history? Because everybody has a window, everybody has a peak of prime. So it's hard to sit there and say, well, just because you go on and you perform 50, 60, 80, 20 years later does not mean that it represent the is still good or great, except for fans and people that accept it. But when we get the best of you, the run of you, the essential of you, and we stack that up, it speaks for itself. And his mid 70s, early mid 70s run was as great of anything in R&B soul that had been done. And it still holds up, because you can take them records that he did with Willie Mitchell and his 70s window. He never had to come back in the 80s or the 90s or the 00s or the 10s or the 11s or the 2s. We only watch him now because he'll perform a blend of, God of a circular and R&B. But that was some of the best music that not only for that era but for all time. People that loved Al Green, you go from that window, and what else could you want? What else was there to really, because he had done so much at that time that those songs speak volumes, those memories, those performances. So, some artists have to have, like, you go through stretches and you say, well, this was this and that and the other. Didn't have to say that with him. Didn't have to say that with him. You know. Um, it's not even a particular rock. It's just the songs made you feel a certain way. It's the emotions. It's the tone. So tired of being alone, full of fire. When you hear love and happiness, let's stay together. You know, how can you mend a broken heart? Just the way that he sings songs. And the way he conveys them. Um, you knew he was one of the greatest. You knew that that particular time, it was like, we're not going to even sit here and debate and go into no long-winded cadence. Um, it was what it was. It is what it is. And so it's not like I sit there and I think, well, did he need this more? No, he didn't. 70s era Al Green solidified his legacy as far as I'm concerned. But that's the question I pose to people out there. That's the question I ask. Do you think 70s era Al Green solidified his legacy, or do you think he needed to continue to go on? I think that we got all the best of him in that window. And I think when we really are honest with artists, there are some exceptions to the rules that they peak and prime and they go a little bit more. Does that make them move up the musical food chain with you? That's a whole nother debate and discussion. But it's just saying. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Al Green 70s, did that do enough to cement his legacy with you? Or did you want the 80s, 90s and all? Not saying as a fan, just saying in general. Or do you think he hit it right? Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership, because when you do requests like this come true, this was a great question too. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke. I'm out. Peace.